So why did we name the property Redemption, you might wonder? It's a rich word. Redemption, what does it mean? It's a word that comes from red emere, re-buy, to buy back, to pay a ransom, to free from captivity, to secure freedom from a debt. The best definition of redemption that I can give is the one my pastor used. He used to say that when the branches are on the truck headed to the furnace to be burned, someone came along and snatched one of those branches off the back of the truck, and instead of being burned, that branch is planted again and given new life and an opportunity to live again instead of being burned. Instead of perishing, it's given new life. That's what redemption is. Things like this table from the dump, the trampoline, these plants, all headed for the dump, abandoned, until Jerry rescued them, ready to be thrown in the garbage. This house. Redemption is when you're having a terrible day and finally something happens that makes the day worthwhile. You can say that the day has been redeemed. When a marriage has been rocked by infidelity and forgiveness occurs, that marriage can be redeemed. There are so many beans on this vine, and they're so beautiful. Take the example of a slave who someone comes along and buys their freedom. That slave is redeemed. God seeks a reconciled relationship with his people. He seeks to commune with us, but how can he do that when he can't tolerate being around our sin? Something has to be done about it. We're going to stand before God one day. We're going to have to give account even for idle words spoken, not to mention things that we've done. Lying, selfishness, hatred in our hearts, so many things. If we were to bear the burden of that ourselves, we'd have to die. But what if someone came along and redeemed us from the slavery that we are under when we're owing that great debt of what we call sin, a sin debt? What if someone were to come along and say, you're a slave, but I'm going to make you free. I'm going to pay the price. Well, that's what happened. That's essentially what Jesus did for us. He bought us. He redeemed us. So we feel that God provided us with redemption as an object lesson for how he cleans up messed up human lives with his love and with his redemption, how he buys humans out of the degradation and depths of their sin, and he makes them into something beautiful. And we, with his help, hope to do the same with this property. Redemption speaks of a beautiful exchange, payment for freedom. He exchanged his righteousness, his perfection, and his ability to pay the debt out of the riches of his glory for our unrighteousness. Jesus bought me back.